Nope.
What is going on? This is Scott and Derek with Whiskey No Smoke. Just trying to get things set up here. He
We're
surprised
live.
me and went live.
We are live on YouTube and Facebook right now. So
Look at that. We're stepping our game up in the world. What'd you say it was called? StreamYard?
yeah, we're using StreamYard right now.
Yeah, so bear with us on all of that. Tonight we are diving into Angels Envy Port Finished Bourbon. One of Derek and I's favorite.
Yep,
Surprised it
it's,
actually took us this long to get to it.
It's actually one of our favorite, just even finished whiskeys. So
Yeah, no, Angels Envy does it very well.
that
Very,
they
very
do.
well.
That they do. I know Lincoln Henderson and Wes Henderson. They set out to basically put out a far superior product, and that's kind of what they did. So
Yeah, so as I was doing my research today, I found out from Angels Envy site that they actually taste every single barrel before they dump it.
that's kind of cool. You gotta really genuinely appreciate the craftsman that goes into it, behind it. I know it's owned by Bacardi, which is strange to think for bourbon, but it's another one of those companies that own such a huge
Well,
portfolio.
Wild Turkey is owned by Campari.
Yeah.
So Wild Turkey, Russell's Reserve. I don't even know what else Campari makes except for Campari, which is about a step and a half up from Malort.
That's true. Yeah.
Shout out to Lisa.
Yeah. Shout out to Lisa Lozano
Sicko.
drinking that Malort. But you want to dive into some of the statistics or the stats?
Well, I mean, it's 86 proof, so it's pretty light compared to what we normally drink. But I mean, it still is full of flavored. Obviously, they age it, so they do what's called double maturation. That's anytime you age a whiskey in more than one barrel. So it starts off in your charred new white oak barrels, and then after 4 to 6 years, they dump it into port barrels from Portugal for a minimum of 60 days. They say there is no time limit on it. It is not Angel's Envy until they say it is. So that's pretty interesting.
That's kind of funny, especially to whereas the whole Angel share versus Angel's Envy. It was definitely a very very great play on words or
Absolutely.
turn of phrase as far as the branding is concerned. But
that and it's pretty typical 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% malted barley. And again, they say they age everything from 4 to 6 years. Apparently, if to be Kentucky straight bourbon, it has to be aged for a minimum of 2 years. And if it is younger than 4 years, they are legally supposed to disclose the age statement. So that's interesting. That was a new tidbit I found while nerding out today.
what's the age statement on this one? There isn't
There
one,
is
right?
none.
46.
Yep, they say they age it all
Yep,
4 to
46.
6 years. So I've had a rough day. I'm done talking.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Ooh, that was a really good pop.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's funny. So good friends of ours. Their names Tyler and Shanna. My wife first introduced me when we were dating to them because they were her friends first, and I go nowhere without whiskey and beer, specifically the palate cleanser. But they had a bottle there, and I was like, "Oh, you guys got Angel's Envy?" I was like, "Oh, I'm in the right crowd. These guys know how to drink." And she's like, "Yeah, one of my coworkers always gives me a bottle of whiskey every year for Christmas, and the last 2 or 3 years it was trash, so we've been afraid to try." I was like, "Oh, that's really good. You need to try it."
Yeah.
And then about 6 months goes by, and they still haven't opened it, and I'm a little intoxicated at their
Was
house.
that New Year's Eve?
No, it wasn't New Year's Eve.
It was
It was
the
still
other
in the
times, yeah.
summer. It was in the summer. So it was probably closer to 3 months actually. But I bring over like the Woodinville barrel pick from Cornhusker Bottle Shop /Ken's Kegs, and we're drinking on that. And was like, it's time for you guys to share. And they're like, well, we only have the one bottle. I was like, yeah, are you going to open
That's
it tonight?
the one I want to
And
try.
they're like, oh, I don't know. And before she could even say, I don't know, I just go and open it.
Just popped
So,
it open.
Yeah. Just rip this Band-Aid off. And now Tyler has gone through like 3 bottles.
That's funny.
So there's really not a lot on the nose. I don't know what you pick up from the nose. I'm just
On the
getting,
nose, it's lots of corn and that port wine finish.
yeah, I mean, I really don't even get port wine. I mean, the nose is leaving something to be desired for sure.
It's kind of desserty.
Yeah, I can get a sweetness off of it.
Kind of like reminds me of licorice, like red licorice.
And again, I haven't warmed up my palate at all today, so. And this is very untypical from any other bourbon you've ever had. And then you just drink it.
Yeah, it's super gentle, like very approachable. The wine isn't overpowering.
No.
It's got a nice little sweetness to it. That obviously the port's not adding to that, but no, it's a
Yeah, the port, they just do this one so right. Like, I know Old Elk just came out with a port, but from everything I've heard from everybody, that it is just
the Isaac Bowman actually, oddly enough, surprised me.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've heard from so many people that like the Old Elk finishes was like 4 to 5 days or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's basically what it was. Is my understanding was they took their original bourbon and then they just poured it into an ex Chardonnay cask or something along those lines, and then they just kind of dumped it back out.
Sorry, I just threw a comment in there to see if we'd see the comments pop up on the screen. Still trying to learn this nonsense, but hi. That's how we have to do it. All right. Good enough for me. But yeah, no, Derek, what do you think? MSRP is right around $50. This is the one bourbon that I see priced so strangely. Like, it's always
As
within
far as
$35 to $55.
Yeah, no, and I remember when that same day we went and got we both got a bottle in the same day or something like that. I found it out at Spot Spirits for like $37.99.
Yeah, and I bought it for 45, and I
Yeah.
thought I was getting a good deal.
Yeah, I know, and because everywhere else we saw it around town, it was roughly about $55. So it was just
Well, and,
One of those things.
and to be honest with you, it's probably worth $55.
oh yeah, no, definitely worth $55.
So yeah, no, super easy drinking. I mean, again, it's only 86 proof, and Derek and I normally drink 110 plus.
It says Facebook user. What's up, gentlemen? So trying to figure this out.
What's up, gentlemen? Let's pull up Facebook. Obviously, they
Again,
use
we're getting used to the old
I'm guessing it was Kyle Daly.
the live stream deal. So, but
I'll just get that.
no,
pulled up.
I think this is absolutely a tremendous finish bourbon. So
Yeah, no, it is absolutely fantastic. You cannot go wrong with Angel's Envy. I mean, it's a staple on my bar, so we don't even have to talk about how is it worth buying or anything like that, because it's just fantastic.
what's funny is I was only expecting you to bring the trio of the trio because I had the other two, and you brought both yours, so that means I don't have to share mine.
Yeah, well, I can support something once in a while. He just kind of gave away if anybody's paying attention, but hopefully not. So yeah, we not only do we have the Angel's Envy bourbon port finished, but
Next,
I brought the rye
we got the rye.
finished in rum cask. So these guys, it's never just one barrel ever.
No, it's
Never just one
It's
barrel.
always going to be finishing something. And I don't know if that's based on personal preference. I've listened to a couple of interviews with Wes Henderson. That is the son that just recently took over from Lincoln Henderson not too long ago. He is rumored to be retiring here shortly. I think he found his company's in a kind of a good place, and he feels like it's in good hands right now.
Well, I know they just expanded a whole bunch, so
Yeah.
that's why I think you're seeing a lot more of the rye on the shelves, but the price hasn't gone down. They did say that the rye would be more available, but the price wasn't going to go down. And I
Yeah.
mean, actually, fuck, the price has gone up.
Yeah, it definitely went up. We both got ours for like what, 89 bucks.
85.
Yeah. MSRP in 2021 was and this was probably the beginning of 2021, about 89 bucks. And
Yeah,
around
before
Lincoln.
Brandon took over and inflation struck hard.
Yeah, very hard. It just went straight to 100. I don't know if it was just based on people like all of a sudden there was just such a huge influx, or there was that first wave that came in. It hit almost every single Hy-Vee in town, and it was on their shelves for 99 bucks, and then everybody else just kind of did a repeat for it. So
Which
10 bucks, yeah, but also at the same time, is it $100 bottle?
the rye?
Yeah.
Well, get me another glass and let's
Yeah.
find out. I know what my answer is.
I know what my answer is too, but just a quick.
Actually, my answer is no. If you see it, just tell me, and I'll save you the trouble from spending your money.
And you'll buy it for him.
Yeah,
But for
I'll just
yourself.
help you out. Here comes some rum finished rye.
I still remember that first night. We got to try it at the venue. Shout out to the venue. Shout out to Jeff Barclay and whoever that waitress was.
Yeah,
This poor
the
gal
bartender.
I ordered an Angel's Envy rye. They had it for like 14 bucks on the bar.
Oh god.
And this poor gal, she walks out, and it was like every bit of this high on the Glencairn. And I just remember looking at you. We both looked at each other. It was like,
Jackpot.
that was the best $14 I ever spent my entire life.
I spend $14 on pours like that all day long. I don't know about you, bud. So right off the nose, just maple syrup, just
Yeah, very, very, very heavy
Little
maple
bit of
syrup.
a little bit of spice notes
Just,
from the rye.
Oddly enough, I smell celery for some reason. I don't know why.
I think that's the rye spice because I'm picking.
smell it
I'm picking that up.
Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't
It's
crazy.
95% rye and 5% malted barley. So there's no corn to be spoken
No.
of whatsoever
That
in
is,
this mash.
I would say that this is a very high rye
Would you now?
at 95%.
Oh shit, bud.
God, it's like a gentle dessert. And oddly enough, it being
I really wish you would
13
not have fucking said celery because
that's all you
I'm
taste
getting
now?
a back end taste of celery.
That's all I taste now too.
Son of a did I let it go bad?
I don't. Does it? No. It's good for 10 years.
Fuck. Gotta drink faster.
Yeah. No. All actually, the tail end of that's kind of like that maple syrup.
Oh, it's straight dessert.
What's that? The donuts where it's got the maple frosting on top, like a bear claw or no eclair. Long John's
Long John has the filling.
cream filling, but it's like a Long John, but it's got like the maple syrup kind of flavored frosting on top.
Oh yeah.
That's what the finish is for this.
Oh, it's just it's wonderful. So you're saying not worth $100.
Worth 89.
You don't have a bottle. You see one on the shelf for $100.
Oh yeah, no, I'd snag it. I would gladly snag it. And it was that
I would not own two at the same time.
I wouldn't own two at the same time either.
I mean, obviously, I've had plenty of chances to.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and we both have multiple times, but it's just like at it being $100 bourbon, it kind of goes back to the Booker's. Number 4, not so much. Number 3, all day. I'd get another bottle. Number 3 for $100.
I wasn't a fan of either one of them. But to be fair, we drank number 3 on the tail end of chapter 5,
Little Books. So
and that one blows
both
Booker's
of
out
them,
of the
yeah,
water.
blew both out of the water.
So I need to
Guess-
revisit number 3.
I was listening to a podcast and they were saying,
Boy, were you?
God, that should be a catchphrase. Well, I was listening to a podcast.
That's all
But,
this man does.
They were talking about Freddie Note Jr. soon to be
Mhm.
retiring.
Oh, fuck.
I know. So Little Book's going to be gone.
That would suck.
Yeah, I think that would be
That
kind
was
of a
a-
bummer. That'd be pretty big.
I just found it. God, everything I like goes away. Hashtag 8 and Sand, rest in peace.
Yes, it is. I do have an unopened bottle that you're more than welcome to help yourself to.
Well, I will help myself to the open bottle until it's gone, and then
Just
we will
saying.
go to the unopened bottle.
Just saying, you can take one home with you.
I think I'm good at home.
Oh, yeah, touche.
But so out of these two, obviously there's a vast difference in price range. You know, you're basically doubled on the
And
rye.
Flavor profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're not even the same. Rum cast, port cast, 95% rye, 72% corn.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
Oddly enough, and I think that you're going to disagree with me on this, I think I prefer the port finish.
I actually don't disagree with you at all.
Really?
The rye is super fantastic, but again, neither one of us are huge dessert people,
Mm-mm.
and it's a very desserty. So I really can only have one.
Yes.
It's
One and then-
fantastic.
yeah.
It's fantastic. But I could sip on the regular bourbon all night
Yes.
long.
As a regular drinker.
Yeah, I
whereas-
mean, I could sit down and kill a bottle with a couple guys.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe it's because it's $100 bottle for the Angel's Envy for the rye, and it's a little harder to find. But you know, I think oddly enough, it's the
And
the
oddly
rye
enough,
is just so sweet.
and it's even at a lower proof.
Yeah, and
The
this
port
one's 100
finish.
proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be tapped out about 2 ounces on the rye.
Yeah. I think that it would have to be mixed into a cocktail for it to be you having a couple. And just off the
I
top
don't
of my
even
head,
think-
I don't
what would
think
you mix it in?
I was just trying to think of a Manhattan, but I think that would be even more overly desserty
Well, sweet vermouth is still not all that sweet, but
than the cherry
I
on
mean-
top.
I'm not making a Manhattan with
Coke?
$100 bottle of
Coke?
rye. Oh yeah,
Oh, sorry, Diet Coke. We got some Diet Coke. over
Courtney,
there.
hook me up.
We'll do
Ah.
it up some Diet Coke.
Diet Coke
Go
and a
from
can
there.
of corn. Diet Coke and a can of corn. I'll be fine. Fucking Joey Diaz. No, I would never bastardize this rye by mixing it at all. Like,
No, I
no
definitely
chance.
wouldn't do it either. I'm just saying though, I think it's overly too sweet. If you could find a way to tie it into a cocktail, I think that would knock back. Maybe add some tartness to it or
That'd
something.
be like a $40 cocktail.
I made 2 Blanton old fashions the other night. So
Well, people will drink
Aren't
what they
dumb.
want to drink.
yes,
But I mean, here's the deal. If the bottle costs me over $40, unless it's trash, I'm not mixing it. Except Whistle Pig 10, because goddamn, that makes a good old fashioned.
I'm sure it does.
It
I'm
makes
sure it
such a good old fashioned.
I'm sure it does.
Oh man, it makes a good old fashioned.
Did you
But
ever-
it was also intended to be a mixing whiskey.
Did you look into gosh dang it. The whole the question just disappeared out of my head. It had something to do with Whistle Pig and what the difference. Never mind, I just kind of answered my own question there. My question was going to be what the difference or why they changed it from a 10-year, just a 10-year age statement to 10-year small batch. Is it just that they're batching it more?
It could
Legalese?
I don't know, because the 10-year and the 10-year small batch, we drank them side by side, and it's the same
It's the
damn
exact
juice.
same thing.
I just think it's rebranding.
Okay. Legalese and all that.
Like, I don't think they're. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a legal requirement for a small batch. I don't believe
No,
there
it's
is.
you see them barrels over there? That is a small batch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective.
Yes.
I mean,
It's not a requirement.
is it 5 barrels or is it 500 barrels? If you're
5,000 barrels,
if you're
yeah.
fucking Jack Daniels, 500 barrels is a small batch.
Yes, very small batch.
If you're Woodenville, 500 barrels is probably not a small batch.
No, it's probably a rather large batch.
But yeah, no, I don't know. They've changed some things around too, but I don't know. I kind of want to bastardize and mix these two.
Like mix them together.
Yep.
Dear Lord,
We're getting reckless.
can't mix Coke with it, but
It's whiskey and whiskey.
yeah, can't put it in a cocktail. You made a whiskey cocktail.
Did I?
Yeah, kind of mixing two whiskeys together.
So if I mix 50 proof or 100 proof and 86 proof, does that make it 186?
I think so.
Sweet.
I think that's the way that works.
Sweet.
Technically, hazmat.
Nice.
What would that be like?
Gonna
90?
get there. Gonna get there
90 something?
fast.
That'd be like 90 something, wouldn't it?
It would be
86.
93%. It would be 93%.
86.6 plus 100 equals divided by 2.
93.3.
93.3.
That's a
Look at you.
rubbing alcohol. I can math.
Yeah.
Haven't even
Smells like-
finished my first bourbon.
Smells like rubbing alcohol.
There you go, bud. It's the best of both worlds.
It actually smells really good.
It's fucking delicious. I may not drink it any other way ever again. That's fucking.
You could do like an infinity bottle out of that.
Oh God.
I think that you could do an infinity bottle of that.
Good thing we're super scientific, and I measured out what I just did.
Measured it out perfectly. You should have seen him. He had a white lab coat and some goggles on earlier in case there was some splashback.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Anyways, I honestly, this is fantastic. I'm gonna email
it's
them
like
and tell them they need to make this. They just need to send this to me in a bottle.
I mean, you got half a bottle and half a bottle. You can just make it at home.
The crazy thing is, and I keep saying that, we got to drink more of that regular Angel's Envy so we have less of it than the rye before I leave. Because why is my more expensive bottle disappearing faster than the least expensive bottle?
Well, because there for the longest time, it was you couldn't find it anywhere in Lincoln, and
and everybody came over to my house and wanted to try it.
Yeah, say you and I, we had our bottles for probably about 6 or 7 months before there was a huge influx in Lincoln. So
Yeah, we had them for a while.
yeah,
One of them came from Kansas.
yeah,
Thanks, Bob.
yeah. Shout out to Bob.
But no, I just, it blows me away that, because I rarely drink the rye, and I don't even know why, but the regular Angel's Envy always gets skipped over. Why do we skip over it so much?
The regular Angel's Envy?
Yeah, like when's the last time we had a pour of it?
Oh, I have not had a pour of it. Oh, I take that back. Probably about 2 months ago.
Mine's been a while,
2 months ago.
and it's one of my favorite bourbons.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Somebody ordered it on the rocks at the bar, poured it in there, and they were like, "Oh no, I want it neat." Like I guess they didn't understand what the difference between rocks.
Educate yourself.
Just one of those things, and I was like, "Well, can't do anything with this," and I just knocked it back like real quick. Yeah, you know.
We don't abuse alcohol at the lounge.
I think it was
Just-
just New Year's Eve or so. No, not New Year's Eve. It was
I was gonna say you were at my basement New Year's Eve.
couple days.
That sounds real dirty.
Couple days. Yeah, like I was shackled to your radiator in the
I would have
basement.
said okay and just poured it into a Glencairn off the ice cube.
I don't know if you can do that.
You sure
I
can.
was also looking at it as an excuse to
Mm,
drink it.
fair enough.
So-
It's been tainted.
It's been tainted by water.
Dirty, clear water. What the hell is that?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, Facebook watch something. Something. Derek's phone said something. It's too far away for me to read. Don't have my binoculars on. So, we both, oddly enough, prefer the bourbon.
Port finish. Yep.
It's weird. I don't understand why. Why do we prefer?
I think it's because it has a
I
lot
think-
less of that celery taste, a little bit more of a
I
bite.
never picked up that celery taste.
Me
until
neither.
tonight.
Me
It's
neither.
so weird. What'd you have for lunch? What'd you eat for dinner?
I had I warmed up some pizza from Pizza Hut. It was
So your palate's fucked and you're gonna shit your brains out.
no, I didn't have anything crazy. It was
I'd like chicken parmesan.
pepperoni and bacon. Pizza.
I'd like chicken parmesan. I don't know.
pepperoni, bacon.
I've
and cheese.
never. It's always just been straight maple syrup, and I thought the best possible way to ever drink Angel's Envy rye is through a bacon straw. I'm
You
gonna
know,
trademark
actually, oddly
that.
enough, I was on fucking Webstaurant earlier today. They sell like the outside casing to like Slim Jims as straws.
Oh my god!
It sounded so goddamn disgusting. I was like,
I want
you want to
nothing
chew
to
on
do
a
with that.
goddamn like condom or some shit?
But I do want to figure out how to make a straw out of bacon, so we can drink this through it.
A straw out of bacon.
Yes,
I
I need
bet
a
that would
I
be
need a
good.
bacon straw.
I'm-
Somebody figure out how to make me a bacon straw. I
I'm-
need it, and I want it, and I gotta have it.
I'm still picturing it just leaking out of the straw to where you gotta like suck the straw really hard.
No. Well, yeah, you have to suck really hard, but
Well,
we'll use it in,
in
a
order
Tom
for it to
Collins
shoot
glass.
into
It won't be
you.
like this, so there's this much bacon out.
Mm.
We'll just be like this much bacon out, so you're like looking like a weirdo.
Oh, so you're just hovering over it.
Yeah.
It's like a little kid trying to smooch a parent with an open mouth kiss.
Yeah,
Like
be
that-
careful what you do, because Penelope did that to Gianna the other day, and then she bit her fucking nose. Just went in for a nice little kiss, and Gianna's like, "Oh, how sweet!" And then she just clamped down right on that sucker, bit the shit out of her. Luckily, she's got no teeth, but she's got some strong jaws, man.
You're gonna get in there. Fucking,
My fucking 9-month-old wearing 18-month-old clothing, about to be fucking starting linebacker for the Green Bay Packers
Yeah.
next week is ridiculous.
she's gonna be taking down Clay Matthews.
He's retired.
Well, I know. Sorry, he's probably in a wheelchair. But
No, I think he got out before he got all effed up. So, anyways,
what throws me off is the closed captioning that we have on YouTube.
What?
On YouTube, it's got closed captioning.
What does that mean?
Subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now it automatically does that.
Oh, I thought you were trying to put our live stream up on the TV
No, I don't know how to do that. Oh, that probably.
because we're pretty much. Thanks for bearing with us, all 2 of you watching. Shout out to Kyle. Come get your bottle of Elijah Craig in my basement before I drink it.
Say it's a really, really great bottle of bourbon.
It is fantastic. We opened Derek's. He's only got 7 of them. Just kidding. Couldn't get that many.
No, I've only got I got one of each. Elijah Craig.
So, do we break the news to people and pull out the big guns, or do we
Pull out the
finish?
big guns.
Do we finish what we're
Yeah,
drinking?
let's
Finish what we're
finish
drinking.
what we're drinking. That way we can appreciate it.
So Wes Henderson, you said on Bourbon Pursuit, they're saying
Bourbon
he's,
Pursuit. Yeah, he's been interviewed on there, I think 3 or 4 times in the last couple of years, and it sounded like he's kind of stepping back now that everything's looking like it's where it needs to be as far as the company's going, the direction, and all of that. They brought it up only because one of the largest acquisitions of the year was Heaven Hill. Just recently picked up. Oh Christ! One of the it's a very popular whiskey company, but anyways, it has something to do
So they're
with
probably gonna fuck it up.
yeah, probably, but it has something to do with the fact that they were talking about other acquisitions that were made from larger companies that basically ruined other I guess whiskey brands or companies and stuff like that. Case in point, they brought up the Kentucky Owl, that whiskey series, to whereas there was such an insane hype behind it with his name like Destin Dixon or something like that, something Dixon. But there was such a huge hype around it. They sold the company. I think it was a Campari Group bought it, and then they brought in some other distiller, and I guess she ended up changing it, and that's why now all of the whiskey is just sitting on the shelves.
Really?
Yeah, so it has something to do with that. Whereas the master distiller, the head blender, or whatever it was in the position, something Destin Dixon, I think is his name, but he was no longer a part of it, and then they just kind of went off the rails.
So they did as most large companies do, buy a small time company that is putting the heart, sweat, blood, sweat, and tears into it, not cheaping out on anything. And then, oh, we can make the same juice, do it cheaper and faster, and now it's shit.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, that's what happened with the
when you have a super allocated bourbon or anything,
and that was the confiscated was the big one that everybody's trying to find.
When you make something that is highly sought after and delicious, why on earth would you change the recipe?
Because potatoes are going to go after it anyways, because it's got a name on it.
I guess, but you don't see very many people chasing Rebel, and that shit is delicious.
Yeah,
not the 100, not the Rebel Yell 100.
Rebel 100's got its place.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah. In a cocktail,
in our well-making old fashions. God damn it.
Yeah.
But the Rebel cast strength barrel picks are awesome.
I want to try that 10-year that you have.
Well, we just need to open it.
Yep.
I don't know why. We just got to open it. You know, that is the one thing.
The celery's giving me heartburn.
Well, slam them down.
Just kidding. Do you need another beer?
I mean, if you're getting up,
I'm
take
getting
another. Up. Way I can watch that sweet ass walk across the room.
Heyo.
You know, we really should put the mini fridge like right here.
I agree.
That way we don't have to get up. So anyways, remember, always cleanse your palate with Busch Light. There is no better palate cleanser except for very, very many other things. All right, we are going to dive in.
Before we unveil it, let's give a shout out to Third Eye Emporium. We'll be getting our beard oil and makeup samples here pretty shortly.
Makeup samples? I thought it was lotion.
Well, it's lotion and makeup and girly shit. I don't know. I didn't really look into the group message that she had us on.
Oh, she was just gonna send us beard oil, and then I said if you want send some lotion, we'll.
Damn, I was really looking forward to wearing some eyeliner on the podcast. So.
Hey,
but it's all like super. I guess. What do they call it? Ethically. It's not testing on animals and shit like that. It's
what do you mean not tested on animals? They don't even put it on people before they give it to me?
No, it's just it's a real genuine Wild West crapshoot.
It's never been used on a human before?
No. We are the guinea pigs.
we need to redesign this contract. I don't know that I agree with this.
No, it's been tested on human beings. They're all like super healthy and organic materials and stuff like that. So there's nothing crazy about it or anything weird about it. It's one of those companies that don't test their shit on animals. So that's pretty cool.
That's fine by me. I mean,
yeah.
there's plenty of homeless people and people in
Febrezing the
prison to
homeless.
go test stuff on. So
Yeah.
use them.
Yeah.
Like a monkey never did anything to anybody.
Yeah, no.
Except maybe probably throw
agree.
poop and steal their fries.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're at.
I don't know. You remember at the beginning of the whole fucking lockdown and all that when those monkeys were having like turf wars across Thailand and shit? There was
I do not.
hordes of monkeys. Like I'm talking like I think a large group of monkeys is called an army, but it was like hundreds of monkeys fighting other hundreds of monkeys over like trash. Because
because there's no people
there was
out
no
on the
people
street?
giving out food, so they were setting up like some blood and crypt turf wars
Oh my.
and like battling each other.
Who won?
Nobody did.
Nobody.
It was senseless violence.
No. Okay, so if you haven't figured it out, there is a third bottle tonight. And it happens to be very special.
Very special.
How many showed up in the state,
I
Derek?
believe it was 3.
Oh, 3?
That's what I was told.
So we could be wrong. Could be more than 3, but this is the 2021 10th anniversary Cast Strength Angels Envy.
Cast Strength.
I don't give a shit about your Thomas Handy, your George T. Stagg.
This was the one
your
you wanted.
Stagg Jr. That's my allocated bottle.
That's the one you wanted.
That's the one. I put all my eggs in all of my eggs in one basket and told all of my guys, hey, if you get this bottle in, I don't care about any of your Sazerac products.
I want it.
I want this one. And I will not disclose what I paid for it.
Wise choice.
And
It's like $6.
yes, I actually got this. Was it on Christmas Eve or Christmas?
It was Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
So figure out what liquor stores are open on Christmas Day, and you can figure out where I got it. That's all of them.
It was
They are all
Yeah,
open.
they're all open on Christmas Day.
Because everybody has to drink when they're with their family. Everyone. So all this one is the port finish, but it's cast strength. They're not watering it down. They're not doing
proof.
anything. They put in this gorgeous box, Kentucky straight bourbon, finished in port wine barrel. So it's
the
same.
box absolutely matches the bottle because the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. I'll hold on to that.
You get this nice little flyer in here.
Jesus, I didn't realize how that's like
Oh, it's
actual
fucking-
wood.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's
it's
cool.
legit wood.
It's made to be hung up.
Yeah, it's legit. So you get it, and it says launched in 2012 under the guidance of Lincoln Henderson. Our cast strength bourbon, finished in port barrels, has been often recognized and awarded through the years. Each year brings a slightly different taste, nose, and palate, depending on the characteristics the barrels bring forward. This year, we're expected to offer our 10th release with notes of rich creme brulee and a hint of nutty marzipan. I don't know what that is.
Marzipan.
Sure. Marzipan, last word, first paragraph.
I thought that was a type of monkey.
Oh. Turf war.
Yeah, no.
Back to the turf war.
You were
Like the bourbon itself, our commemorative wooden boxes have changed through the years. This year's engraving includes elements of previous designs, bringing them together in celebration of this milestone. In reference to our original boxes from 2012 and 2013, the Angels Envy signature wings have returned to their prominent position on the front of the box. Pulling from our 2018-2020 releases, the wings are now surrounded by decorative line art to create a look we hope is worthy of your top shelf. Kentucky Straight Bourbon, finished in port wine, cast strength, bottling year 21, appearance, deep amber with flashes of copper, nose complex with notes of melon, peach, and cherry that are accompanied by hints of brandy, tea, honey, and open to include leather, toasted oak, and vanilla. On the palate, you will find creamy and full, offering notes of stone fruit, melon, and port that give way to creme brulee and honey with nutty marzipan, hints of leather, toasted oak, cinnamon, and vanilla. Finish, light tannins and notes of black tea apricot. Join 500 Main and enter unique code for exclusive cast strength views and offerings. Enjoy. Oh, God, I have a code to enter. I didn't even know that till just right now.
For what, though?
I don't fucking know, but I'm going to do it. So the cool thing is there's also magnets on it. So it's actually kind of hard to open this box.
You can see, I was actually looking at it. There's little discs
Yep.
to where they're
There's
basically-
magnets. So as you can see, it is much, grab that regular one. It is much, much darker than the regular.
Some might say a night and day difference.
Ooh. It is also 120.7 proof or 60.35% alcohol.
Yeah, it's significantly stouter.
I don't even know how long I waited. What we opened this on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
So I waited a week before opening this. I don't know how that was possible.
I don't know how either, because I remember this was even when we both kind of took off with whiskey. This was your unicorn.
Yeah, there's one more that's a unicorn more, but it's cost so much money and I'll never find
Double
it.
Eagle, very rare. But this was like the very obtainable if you had the opportunity to obtain it.
Yeah, buying it.
Yes.
So this was my Christmas present to myself. And kaboom. Derek's so excited.
Jesus Christ.
So this is only the second time this bottle's been opened. What'd you do? Did you break it?
No, I just want to make sure I didn't shatter my goddamn.
Still so tight.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I think it's still synthetic. It is. Is this cool?
No, that's cork.
I don't know.
I don't think they use coconut fiber on there. Oh no, it is coconut fiber.
Which I'm completely fine with because it breaks way less than cork. All the purists out there saying, cork or nothing. I gotta cover.
Sorry, I was looking at it.
That's fine. That is absolutely fine.
I don't know if it's like a different type of coconut fiber or what it is.
I have no idea. But anyways, it's so much darker. Oh my God. Just smell it.
Does it smell like marzipan?
It smells like I feel like that's Peter Pan's crazy cousin.
Oh, wow, that's really that's way sweeter than just a proof down version of the port.
Well, on the nose, the regular version it leaves something to be desired on the nose for sure.
Wow. Well, that's really good.
Actually, it's god awful, and if you ever find one, just don't buy it.
Yeah, send it our way. We'll
I'm telling you, you don't want to waste your money. Don't buy it.
Henry. Oh,
And you can just see it literally just snaps together.
that's so cool.
There's so much craftsmanship in that box.
Yeah.
This bottle, I was so happy when I got the call on this bottle. This is one that you guys cannot ask for a sample because unless you come hang out with me, you're not going to get it. I will say shout out.
I just noticed the laser etching in the bottom of it.
Yeah. It's
down here.
does it give the date?
Yeah, it's got a serial number on it.
Oh yeah.
Date, pour, bottle number.
Sure. Yeah, no, I got there's shout outs due, but they asked me to keep it quiet because some of you whiners out there just whine.
standing there with your whiners in your hand.
Yeah. Please, this is not. What is that Christmas musical with Scrooge and Little Timmy? Please, sir, can I have some more? No, you can't. Go away. This is my bottle.
I think that's Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more?
Sure. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't care.
there's one with Scrooge and the kid
Yeah.
with the crutch.
Yeah, I thought that was Little Timmy.
Oh no, I was thinking of Oliver. Oliver Twist. Two different shows.
Okay. Anyways, MSRP is it went up this year. It used to be around $200. It is now $230. Is this worth it, Derek?
Yes.
Derek, do you own a bottle this expensive?
No.
If you saw this bottle on the shelf tomorrow, would you buy it?
Yes, it would. I think the most expensive bottle I have right now is the Elijah Craig 18 year.
Yeah, no, Derek was lucky enough to find one of those. So this is the most expensive bottle I own.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I have a few others that are pushing over 150 to 200 range, but this one definitely takes the cake. And you ever buy a bottle, drink it, and instantly have buyer's remorse no matter the price you paid on it? Besides the
yeah,
Yukon Jack.
Well, that was like $18, so
Yeah.
nobody's really
I
upset
have
about
some
that.
real buyer's remorse over that shit. I have some palate trauma, dude.
Booker's number 4 of this
Yeah.
year. Instant regret. The Toasted series from Basil Hayden. Instant buyer's regret, and I got that for like I think $35 or something like that.
I haven't tried that one yet. Is it just boring? Is it just like the regular Basil Hayden?
No, I'd gladly drink the regular Basil Hayden over that. It was just
Really?
it was a Toasted series, but it was at 80 proof, so it wasn't very complex. It wasn't compared to the rest of the Toasted series that came out this year. It was definitely behind all of them.
Look how much lighter. Like these two are like equal.
Yeah, almost identical.
And this one is so dark.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
Well, that's what happens when you put some water in it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been hunting this bottle for a long time.
Yeah.
And I have offered people a decent amount of money. All the way up to like $20 over MSRP. I won't pay secondary prices on anything.
No, me neither.
Nothing. If you are paying secondary prices, please tell me what you do for a living. Because I'm not there.
They probably have too much money and they don't know what to do with it.
Or they
That being
just
said, Terry Weiss, please contact me, sir. I have a bottle of Blanton's for you. I've been taking to work every single day for the last 8 days.
He was there Saturday.
Yeah, I bet.
He was there Saturday.
The one day that I didn't have it with me.
Mm-hmm. He for sure was there Saturday. All right. So I got to ask. We both agree MSRP. And I'll just tell you, I paid MSRP. Like I said, I don't pay anything over MSRP. Well, I don't not pay over MSRP. I don't pay secondary prices. Because sometimes your store's got to get paid. Do you agree with that, Derek?
Yes, no, I completely agree with the fact that, yes, the stores do have to get paid, but at what percentage?
Yeah, no, I'm talking like if I saw this bottle for $400, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, if you saw a Catalyst for $9,000, you wouldn't buy it?
I wouldn't see it at Catalyst because I won't go there. $150 for a bottle of Buffalo Trace? Are you shitting me? Wait a month and it'll hit the shelves again.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, absolutely ludicrous. It's just no.
Yeah, no.
And also, do we tell people we've been spying?
We've been what?
Spying
Spying
on
on what?
all these secondary markets. No, basically, my thing is, if you want me to find you a secondary bottle, I have a strict rule. You open it in front of me and we share a dram.
Yeah.
That's my rule. I
Uh,
will find you whatever you want.
I think I'm going to start enforcing the same rule to whereas as soon as I sell it to them, I'm going to break the seal on it
Mhm.
and then give it to that person.
Yeah, we share a dram because I charge you absolutely nothing to
Yeah.
find you that bottle because I have the ability and
Relationships.
we have the ability and the relationships to roam around and find bottles and have no problem helping people out when we have the bottle. So I always open the bottle with them.
Yeah, I think that should be a good rule of thumb to anybody out there that's still staying true and not selling shit on the secondary market. I think I think a good rule of thumb should always be, oh hey, I got this bottle for you, and then you just peel it open. It's the same thing with when I got the Elmer T. Lee. I was just excited.
Mhm.
Do you want me to open it right in front of you? I will. Like I was holding it up like it was a hostage. One of those things in front of Gary. I was like, I'll open it right now. He's like, no, man, get out of here. You're scaring the other customers. One of those things. I was just happy to get the bottle of Elmer T. Lee.
You're scaring the
Yeah.
people. Get the
Please
fuck out of
don't
my store.
come back. Please don't come back. But
All of a sudden, Derek's on a do not come in
yeah,
list.
they got my photo outside. Have you seen this person? And it's just me going like,
Please call the sheriff's
Yeah.
department if he's here. Just kidding. I think there's still a fairly decent relationship there.
oh yeah, no, I still got a great relationship with Gary.
Yeah.
But
Is he much of a bourbon drinker?
he loved the fuck out of that Elmer T. Lee.
Did he?
I've been every time I go in there, I show up with like a pocket full of 2-ounce samples for him. So
Just walking
just
in
different picks.
like fucking change in your
Yeah,
pocket.
loose
cling,
change.
cling.
I haven't been out there in almost 2 weeks.
I haven't
So-
been to any liquor store for
Yeah.
a hot minute.
So I've been to Cornhusker Bottle. That's been the main one that I've been hitting lately. I swang in just for to pick up the Elijah Craig because I wanted second one, support both.
Absolutely.
And
Support every mom and pop except for the ones that are rude.
yeah. But went there, but I've been kind of too busy lately. So just one of those things,
And why have you been too busy lately?
just work. But it just
What about work?
it's work. But it
He's
has
not gonna say it.
no, I'm not going to. It has to. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't know. I just jumped up. I got to get an insurance adjustment now.
Tell me about it.
No, because it's technically a fire hazard.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's technically a fire hazard. So now I got to get an insurance adjuster out here.
Says
Take
who?
Pictures.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I need to know this information because nobody said anything to me.
Yeah, no, I was having a conversation with Sam Sports. Shout out to Sam Sports. And I started taking pictures and documenting and uploading it. So it's an actual thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's an actual thing. So it was.
I mean, it is alcohol and alcohol burns. So, all right. So, I think these are in the wrong order. If you were to rate them the way you like them, but now,
First, second, and third.
I mean, this is the clear-cut winner.
Yes.
I mean, it's not even close.
So now, are
I
we
mean,
saying?
it's not even close?
So are we rating this a dram every once in a while, or are we saying daily sipper?
Well, I don't think any of them, none of them fit in the price range for me for a daily sipper.
Yeah. Old Forester.
This one, if I can find it under $40.
Yeah.
If I can find this under $40, it's absolutely a semi daily sipper.
Yes.
Like first 1 ounce sip most every day.
Yeah.
For sure. But you're talking $100. You're talking 230.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there. So I mean, the cash strength is
It's the clear winner, best in show as far as
absolutely.
the lineup.
I mean, leaps and bounds. It's like
But-
it's like Hussein Bolt running against the fucking Special Olympic, not even Special Olympic track team, the wheelchair track team.
What was the guy? Oscar Caspilius. The guy with the Blade Runner.
I got the blade legs.
Yeah, the blade
I
legs.
stab you in my legs.
And then he,
Fucking bitch.
I think he
You
shot
turn
his
on me?
girlfriend- Shot his girlfriend in
Yeah,
the bathroom.
fucked his girlfriend up. Yeah, no. I mean, this one's not. I mean,
That
it's
got dark quick.
yeah, just like the cast strength. No big deal.
true. Yeah.
There is absolutely. I don't know that I've honestly ever drank anything better than that.
Than that?
Honestly, there is. I can tell you things I would drink.
Bourbon side?
Anything.
Or-
Anything.
I don't know. That Doer 25 is pretty up there.
This doesn't compare to that. We can compare them.
I'd have to
There,
just-
it's oranges and apple. But for my palate, even the fucking Bruichladdich Black Art does not compare to this bottle to me. There's so much more complexity.
I think we would have
so much more flavor.
I think we would actually have to do a side-by-side comparison between the Abalor Abana
Mm,
and that.
mm.
I think
I forgot about the Avanda,
yeah, that would have to be a good cask strength
but I do think this one takes it.
show off. No, I completely
I think this
agree.
one takes it.
It's significantly more complex, but it's good. That would be a great comparison.
This one's also double the price.
Yes.
More than.
God damn that cast strength.
Yeah, sorry, I got to put it away. That's
Angels
all.
Envy cast
That's what I
strength.
get. You get one pour.
That's all I wanted.
Good. You can have.
Technically, that was my second pour.
You get one pour a night.
Oh, a night. Sorry, Gianna. I'm coming over
Every night
every night.
till it's gone.
I'm just gonna be showing up to your house.
No, we got
Scott,
we got to
you
save
never
a
liked
we got to
me.
save a pour for Mike Thomas
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
and Sam Swartz. He's got a I think a 2017 release, or he said he had a release.
Yeah, he told me he had an older one, and
So we need to test them out side by side.
yeah, no, I completely agree. That'd be
But-
really cool.
Obviously, help yourself
He wants-
to
he
either
wants
one of
us to-
those bottles.
He wants us to come over to the bunker. He was
Yeah.
talking about it. He's like, we need to have, and he calls his alcohol den the
The bunker.
Yeah, the bunker.
For sure.
So
I'll let you keep this. Figure out how to enter in that number.
is it just a registration?
I don't know.
Now, I remember seeing something join 500 main and enter. Is it like they only released 500 bottles?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it quick.
But I'll tell you what.
What's that?
I'm glad I bought that bottle.
I'm very glad that you bought it as well.
So now you say you like the port finished. I say I like the port finished.
Yeah,
But you love the rye.
I love the rye. I love the rye. I absolutely love the rye.
So is this like your D1 athlete child and your NAIA athlete child?
yeah, no, you could actually word it kind of like that. I would say I really like just the regular port finish. I think it's a very, very,
Or
very
is
good
this
bourbon.
is this me, your best friend, and this is like your super eccentric friend that lives in Ohio? I made that shit up. But like the person you can handle for a small amount of time, you love seeing them when you see them. There's a short amount of time, but this person you can hang out with every day.
Yes, I think that's what it is. I think that's exactly it. Yeah. I think that's exactly it. To whereas you get that one like that one friend that's only comes around every once in a while and you're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, hey, no, great conversation." and then you got your tried and true, your everyday conversation. Yes, that was a perfect way of explaining that. Yes, I pick Scott.
I mean, I love that bottle.
I do too.
But if I had to choose, if they said you could only have one whiskey between these two to drink every single day,
I would go with port.
I'd go with port.
I'd go with port because I could actually get drunk.
And then I'd cheat on the motherfucker
Yeah,
because
I think
you can't hold me to one. You can hold me to one woman, but you can't hold me to one whiskey.
Yeah, no, I think it's just overly too sweet for a rye with the rum cast finish. I think that's what it is.
It's so weird. There's
And
only
the celery.
There's only 2 other ryes that I know of that are this sweet, and one's a Thomas Handy Sazerac, and the other is the Sazerac.
Both very, very sweet. Yeah.
Both very sweet and very fantastic.
Yeah, but that Thomas Haney's coming in with a kapow with that 125.5.
For sure.
Fucking
I can't
rip your face off.
Angels Envy, if you are listening to us nobodies, please come out with a cash strength rye.
Oh shit! That
Come out with a cash strength.
Well, what's
rye.
the one that they have coming up out of the cellar?
They're
out of the
always
cellar.
doing.
What
they're
is
always
that?
doing different stuff.
Yeah, but they have a new release that's coming out here very shortly. You sent me a screenshot of it, and now I can't remember what it was.
I send you all sorts of shit, and I don't.
I know.
I send you all sorts of shit.
I know, but it was one of those things where it was like out of the cellar or from the cellar or something like that. That's why.
I don't know what it was, but it definitely wasn't hitting the state of Nebraska. For sure was not hitting the state of Nebraska. Do you remember what you're looking up?
I was looking up how many bottles of cast strength were released. Right now I'm looking
it says
up
join
from the cellar.
500 Maine and enter your unique code for exclusive cast strength news and offerings.
Cellar collection.
So does that mean since I bought this bottle, I can get a cellar collection?
Oh shit! They have
not for $600. I can't.
You got a Madeira, tiny barrel.
They do a lot of shit that most people don't know about. Hey, I was on this side earlier. Double maturation, learning about stuff. It's not Angel's Envy until we say it is.
Hooray.
Oh, Courtney's watching. We didn't steal any Diet Coke, Courtney, I promise.
It's not even let me sign it in. It says, are you legally enjoying Angel's Envy? Entered in the birthday. Oh, shit.
Try day, then month, you dumb fuck.
12/29.
Day, then month.
10/89.
10/89? You did.
Yeah.
You did.
There we are.
Mm.
Port finish in tiny port barrels. Cast strength. I was trying to find when they were talking about what was the family. Sherry cast 19. God, they had something from a cellar and it was like wrapped in icicles or some shit.
I was probably drunk when I sent it to you. I probably photoshopped it.
Oh, it happens. Yeah. You Photoshop it. You just ran out into your yard. You took a picture of fucking some shit and some snow.
Don't worry about what I do.
You took the picture this past winter and you saved.
Don't worry about what I do on my free time.
Yeah, you're good at photoshopping now? Because I need help. I don't know how to do any of that.
Oh, fuck. We're so fucked. You want a little bit more? No. Give me a glass.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pour it in my beer.
No, you sick
So
fuck.
you've been making some weird concoctions over there earlier, so
all right. The port in the rye is not a weird concoction, but the cast strength and Busch Light.
Brown sugar Pop Tarts.
I love Jesus Christ. I love Busch Light is the next Nebraskan. However, I'm not ruining my cast strength whiskey by pouring it in Busch Light.
Maple brown sugar Pop Tarts.
You know, all I can think about is snagging a Dunbarton Brulee Blue, smoking that, and drinking some cast strength Angel's Envy.
Oh, I bet those would pair wonderfully.
Fuck.
I bet that those would pair absolutely wonderfully.
Oh my God. None of you guys can try it because we don't have it at the bar. Sucks dicks. Not a single bottle went to a bar. You believe that?
Oh, the cast strengths?
Not
Yeah, I don't.
in the
I don't doubt that.
entire country.
I don't know. I don't doubt that at all.
In the
They want-
entire country.
They want fast moves instead of something sitting on a bar. I want to say it was something like 500 or something like that. Bottles got released to the U.S.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they can barely keep up production with this. So how are they going to release very many bottles of the cast strength?
I don't know. I guess that's Bacardi's issue now.
I hope they don't fuck up.
We'll find out.
I hope they don't
But
fuck it up.
I think Bacardi took it over in 2019. So
we'll see.
That
But
gas strength, we won't find out for another couple of years yet. So
yeah, I mean, the Bacardi money is probably how they were able to expand.
for the expansions, yeah, that totally makes sense. And
So I hate to interrupt you, but I love to. I've been eyeing that bottle of Rebel cast strength all night because it's a different pick than mine, and I really want to try it.
oh, is that the Spirit and Things one?
Yeah, I
You wanna try it?
really want to try it. This was off the script. Derek was not prepared for this. I'm looking over at a stash and I'm seeing all the things I have tried and I have not tried. And there's very few that I have not. And I have a bottle. I think it's out of Norfolk is where my Rebel strength, cast strength is from. And we love that. We love that. Yep. This is Spirit and Things store pick. It's a corn pick, right? Yep. So you actually bought it from Ken's Kegs.
Yep. Got it from Ken's Kegs. They're part of the Coalition of Retailers Nebraska.
And this is 120 proof. You not trying it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm not going to twist your arm or anything. So we've almost crushed my bottle, and I think it was out of Norfolk. I'd have to ask Tyler because it's
Is it
all
Jack's?
it's all in cursive, and I can't really read it because I'm an idiot. I mean, pour whatever you want. Huh? I'll stand up.
No, don't call yourself an idiot.
I'm literally where it says right here. Like I can see Spirit and Things like store pick, but you see how it's all in cursive. Like mine's like D, and then it's like a bunch of squiggly lines. I can't read it, so I'd have to ask my good buddy Tyler Ursa Mines on it. But it's fantastic. You've had it numerous times and enjoyed it.
Yeah, thoroughly
enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. It smells heavy on the malted barley.
Yes,
As far as a mash bill.
it smells like a wheat field. No, sorry, not a wheat field. That would be wheat. It smells like grass.
Actually, oddly enough, the more you smell it, it smells like cinnamon.
Cinnamon and grass.
Reminds me of those
Fresh
cinnamon
cut
rolls.
hay. Cinnamon and fresh cut hay. Like you're chewing you're sucking on one of those hot god damn it, what are they called? The
hot
jawbreakers, cinnamon jawbreakers.
Fireballs.
Yeah. Before the
Fireballs.
shitty whiskey fucked it up.
Yeah.
God
Thank you, Sazerac.
damn it. I just got a huge whiff of cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon.
Woo! All right. Did Sazerac? So Dr. McKillop. So here's a backstory on Sazerac's Fireball. Sazerac owns Fireball now,
Yes.
but Dr. McKillicuddy's
Dr. McGillicuddy
what he said. Their cinnamon whiskey.
was called Dr. McGillicuddy's
Cinnamon.
Fireball.
No, cinnamon. And then I believe they rebranded it as Fireball, and everybody fucking went crazy. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. It's made with a maldified or whatever that
No, it was
shit and antifreeze.
it was like an airplane defroster is what it was. It was god damn it. Dexy something.
I don't know.
Dexy Solokine or something like
but
that.
it's awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
It was really bad for you. And
Honestly,
then,
You know, I don't think I would hate Fireball so much if I didn't say the word whiskey on it. Because it's not whiskey.
But how do they spell it?
It doesn't matter. It says the word whiskey.
If they got it without an E, I'm all right with that.
I'm not. Because it doesn't matter. Either way, it has to be
Well, I
80
mean,
proof, and that shit's like 65 proof.
Jack Daniels Apple has whiskey on it.
Yeah.
Jameson Orange has it on
And
it.
I hate all of those.
Crown Royal, their liqueurs have it too. So I think it's just them skirting across, and then they put liqueur in very, very small words at the bottom of it, and then they get away with it legally.
This is not as good as my bottle. It's good, but it's not as good as my pick. Huh? Do you guys want to know what Derek just said?
I haven't.
You corn fellers might want to step up your game.
Yeah, I don't know who's picking this or where it's coming from, or if it's just the fact that they realize that they have a huge following.
And I will give you the benefit of the doubt because I just drank Angel's Envy Cask Strength and nothing is going to follow that.
Yeah.
But I went in this with my mind. Our next video. This is our next video. We will do this bottle, my Rebel Cask Strength, and the 10-year. That's our next video.
Okay. I was going to say, I also have the corn pick for Penelope, the corn pick for
well, I'll tell you right
Creek.
now.
I got that fucking.
I will tell you guys
3
right
weeks
now
before.
that it doesn't matter who picks a Penelope pick. If Derek and I aren't part of it, it's not as good as the rest.
It's not going to be. Shout out to Cornhusker Bottle Shop.
March 3rd.
Thank God this is finally coming down. We should have it at the bar at the Capital Cigar Lounge. If you are weary and you don't know whether or not you're going to like it, if you cannot, at this point, Scott and I, we've got a 12.5 picks underneath our belt.
Holy shit!
It's becoming a lot at this point. If you can't trust our judgment on barrel picks, we see people now starting to pour them into infinity bottles with Weller full proof, all sorts of crazy shit. If you can't trust our judgment on it, then I don't know whose judgment you're going to trust on it.
So if you guys all know, shout out to Pat Hain and Mike Thomas.
Yeah.
If you guys know them, they were also a part of the Penelope barrel pick.
Zach Fitzsimmons.
Is that his name?
Yep.
I apologize. I don't remember your name. And Mark, of course. Mark, he's a Scotch guy. So he relies heavily on myself, and Derek, my counterpart, the Bearded Wonder, and Mike and Pat Hain. All huge bourbon lovers. And when we pick a barrel, we don't necessarily pick what we like.
What we would like, yeah.
Usually it turns out to be what we like, but we also think about, because sometimes it's weird, like with our buddy Tyler Ursa Mines. He's a huge malted barley fan.
Malted barley.
Huge malted barley. Words are hard. Malted barley. Say it with me. Malted barley. He's a huge fan. He loves Scotch. He's slowly changing out of the bourbon world, which I love Scotch as well, but I love bourbon as well. So we know that some of the stuff we like
might not be popular with everybody.
Yeah. So we take a step back. We're like, we like this one and this one, and then we go back to those two. And by God, when we picked the Capital Cigar one,
yes,
I don't know if that one's my favorite or the one we did with King's Cake and Cornhusker Bottle Shop. I don't know which is my favorite. I always want to say the one with Ken's Kegs and Cornhusker because it was our very first. And we popped our cherry on it, and I strong-armed it everybody. Like, no, you really like this one. No, you really like this one.
And you and I, we were on the same page. Yeah.
But we kind of persuaded Tyler and Brands, like, no, come back to this. I think it's going to be more popular to the masses. And by God, some of the two best whiskeys I've ever had in my life, ever. Shout out to Penelope.
Yeah, shout out to Mike and Danny out at Penelope.
Speaking of which, we're going to take a small caveat here. We're going to talk about Capital Cigar Lounge. So, all of you cigar smokers who have missed the Nebraska Cigar Festival, there's something in the works. I am leading the charge on taking over for Capital Cigar Lounge. We are going, I promise you, it will happen. We are going to do a cigar festival. We will have 8 to 12 cigar vendors, food, potentially a live band, and if everything works out correctly for them, Penelope Bourbon will be there.
That's very cool.
It's something I'm super proud of. I'm very passionate about it. Everybody keeps coming into the lounge talking to us how they miss the
Just had a conversation about it last night.
Everybody comes in talking to Derek and I. Is there going to be another cigar festival? Yes, that and the other thing. I understand with COVID, people don't want to do giant festivals. I mean, the whiskey festival in Omaha that was supposed to happen in February got pushed back till September because Penelope Bourbon was supposed to come to Nebraska in February. We were going to host them at the Capital Cigar Lounge, but they said because of the whiskey event that was supposed to take place that they were coming for originally, that they weren't coming to Nebraska. So we will do a very large event. So definitely stay tuned to that. I have the owners and the COO on board, and we will be doing that. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be by far the biggest event Capital Cigar Lounge has ever done.
It's super, super, super exciting. It really is. And
I am working day in and day out on doing this, pulling it together because we plan on doing it end of summer, early fall. We want it to be nice Nebraska weather, but we all know how Nebraska is. So there will be outdoor tents. I cannot tell you a location yet because we're working on that. We do have locations that are willing to let us do it and wanting to let us do it. We just got to figure out which one is the best for it.
I think we also need to look into the amount of people that are going to be there. That way we can actually that have an interest in showing up as well.
So here's the thing. The Nebraska Cigar Festival, hands down to those ladies. They do a fantastic job. They do it at Playmore every year, except for since they did it every year until 2019 and COVID hit and everybody knew it probably wasn't a good idea or everybody was scared. So we are looking at outdoor venues. We will bring tents in. There'll be food trucks. It's gonna be the biggest thing I have personally ever tried to do.
The hottest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, sliced bread. I mean, it's gonna be great. So keep in mind that we're not trying to take any thunder away from those that do the Nebraska Cigar Festival. We are just trying to give to those that are missing any type of festival like that.
Just a sense of community and just a good time. I feel like
everyone needs this.
Yes,
I do feel too. Like we need this.
So it's going to be the Midwest Cigar Festival, correct?
I think. We're working on the name. We're going to make sure that nobody's got that, so we can't get sued for it. If we have to call it the Capital Cigar Lounge Festival,
out loud.
Whatever. No, it's fine. You can say it out loud. We're just spitballing right now. Yeah. Nothing is set in stone. The only thing that is set in stone is it will happen. It will happen. I have been given
carte blanche.
I've been given
carte blanche.
Yeah, I've been said. They told me, go for it. This is your dollar amount you can spend. If you go over this, you have to talk to us. That's it. That's it. What better way to say to hell with all this shit that we've all been dealing with
And we're all fucking sick and tired of dealing
We're
with.
all sick of it. We just want to have a good time. We want to spend time with those that are like-minded. We all want a mini vacation.
Yes.
It's going to be a mini vacation. Food, drinks,
Cigars.
cigars.
Hopefully some whiskey.
Well, there will 100%
At
be
least
whiskey.
Penelope.
There will 100% be whiskey there. If I had my way, we would have a special Penelope,
like
there.
a Penelope luge, to whereas you slide down a giant block of ice into a pool of Penelope.
Ooh,
That would be really cool.
Oh.
Instead of like a water slide, it's like an ice slide, but it's being wet down by Penelope bourbon.
Yes.
God, that'd be cool.
I get to go first.
Well, nobody wants to go after.
I'm the only one.
Nobody wants to drink that, but you know, alcohol kills all the germs, so you're good.
So just keep that in mind, guys, that we are looking out for you. We are going to bring the best cigar festival Nebraska's ever seen. Ever. That's gonna happen.
That's really, really exciting, and that's really cool because I remember
my pants are getting tight.
I know, but I remember the very first year, and it was kind of the first year that I guess we both got into cigars. More so, you were big into cigars. You and Stefan went out to
Stefan and I.
Yep, out to Playmore and all of that.
It was a fantastic
and then
time.
You brought up the idea, why the fuck isn't anybody else doing this?
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Rip off the Band-Aid. Do it your goddamn
happen.
self. Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be epic. And I'll tell you, you don't want to miss it. Even if you don't smoke cigars, there's gonna be wine, there's gonna be bourbon, there's gonna be beer, there's gonna be food, there's gonna be a live band. Hopefully a live band.
We should talk to Kip.
Hopefully a live band.
We should talk to Kip.
Well, we need to talk to Kip about getting him on a podcast anyways. Same thing with Benton. They gave us cards a couple weeks ago, and it's just our schedules have been so crazy. Like, it's hard for Derek and I to schedule to come and talk to you guys.
Just to even have a couple moments to ourselves to enjoy a nice whiskey and a couple beers. Yeah, I know it's next to impossible, but we should talk to Kip about maybe doing like a Kincaid or Tap takeover or something like that.
Oh, absolutely. And you know,
a couple other.
The one thing I'm trying to talk into, I haven't told Austin and Tony this, but we should probably have the lounge closed for that night because we are going to need all hands on deck.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Going to need all hands on deck.
Yeah.
But anybody that normally would come to the lounge on a night like that would be there.
Yeah. So let's pick a Tuesday to where we're usually dead ass anyways. And that's the day we'll make the cigar festival. Just a random Tuesday in the middle of the week. It's not going to
be a Tuesday.
No, it's going to be a weekend.
It's going to be a Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be.
It'll 1000% be a Saturday. Yeah. And I
grabbing a beer.
Grab me a beer. I really want to tell you guys where I want it to be and who I've talked to about it to be, but since I don't have all the details on where it's going to be, the place I have in mind is absolutely perfect. It's perfect, and Derek is squatting like a pro, grabbing 2 Busch lattes. Thank you, sir. Hey, while you're up, why don't you grab another whiskey for us to drink? Because I'm sorry, but this Rebel pick is not my favorite. Oh, nope. You put it back. I got excited. Ooh, excited. Oh, shit. We really need to talk about the giveaway. We really need to talk about the giveaway here.
We got to hit 100 first yet.
I know, but we need to do it here soon. So, giveaway. We're going to talk about it again. Oh, if you guys have not checked out Riffin' with Raph and AD on 93.7 on Wednesday night or on Spotify, dear Lord, you have no idea. I have an inside scoop. This week is going to be hilarious. They are talking Nebraska football for one half and then something else pretty damn wild that nobody would expect on the other half. I'm not going to give any giveaways because that's not my job. I just want to hype people up about it. It's pretty awesome. I talked to Raph on Saturday. They're excited about it, and you guys need to tune in. Listen to it on Spotify. I don't teach. I am a wrestling coach for the Lincoln Girls Wrestling Club here in Lincoln. My daughter wrestles, and it goes from 6 to 7:30. So they go from 7 to 9. I don't have a chance to listen to the whole thing, so I listen to most of it on Spotify the next day. Not most of it. I've listened to every single thing they do. They're awesome. They're going to fill you in.
I actually went out of my way to listen to 2 podcasts because I normally watched it on YouTube because I like watching their reactions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I actually went out of my way to watch 2 episodes on Spotify just so I could leave a 5-star rating. So,
yeah, leave them reviews, ratings. I'm constantly leaving them ratings. Chris Raff, you dirty bastard. We're still waiting on a Dirty 30. Can't be an official sponsor yet.
Still waiting on that 30 rack, bud.
You owe Derek, or we're going to sue you for rights. Just kidding. We have no legs to stand on.
No rights.
We absolutely would not do that. We love Chris Raff and AD.
Look at the color of that.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, that's just. What's your other corn pick?
Knob Creek. I have the Penelope toasted and one other.
The Penelope's got to be good, right?
I don't know. I haven't opened it yet.
Oh shit! To be continued.
So yeah, we'll have a conversation about that offline. To whereas we'll sit down and then come up with a formulation as far as which Penelope toasted series that we want to try. So,
well, I can already tell you which one's the best, but it's a very biased opinion.
Is it ours?
Yeah,
but that's the best part because we have 2.
Sure do, but we don't have the second one until March 3rd.
I know. Shout out to Mark again for facilitating that major move and him sending it over to us so we could have it on the lounge. Rest assured that's going to go up on the top shelf right next to our pick.
Yep. Hopefully so the rule is you have to buy our pick and Mark's pick.
Reinvigorate. My phone's being used for the live feed. Oh, I can pull up my text messages on the computer. I have the mash bill right here.
So it's not a rule, but I would highly suggest comparing the 2.
Yes, the calculated mash blended mash is 72% corn, 7% rye, 80% wheat, and 3% malted barley. So that's going to be a banger. It's we went a little higher rye, and we went a little bit higher on the a little higher on the rye, and that's actually what set it over as far as the flavor profile against ours. So
yeah, the flavor profile, Ken's kegs and ours were super high wheated.
Yes.
Actually, this one wasn't too far off.
This one's actually only 2% lower than Ken's and 3% lower than ours. So
yeah, so they're all fairly high on the wheat, which unless you're Tyler Ursa Mines, you're gonna love it. He's not a huge wheat fan. I don't know why. He's a huge malted barley fan. He was trying to get us to go with like a 90% malted barley, which is
when he was not mixing it up like a mad scientist.
Yeah. I still have him saved in my phone as Tyler the Mad Scientist.
Tyler the Mad Scientist.
That's how
It
he's
was him
saved in
and
my
like
phone.
a couple of graduated cylinders and a Bunsen burner. Yeah.
That is how he's saved in my phone.
Yeah.
This E.H. Taylor single barrel is fucking phenomenal, by the way.
Got lucky with it.
Yeah.
Got very lucky with it.
Speaking of which, we are giving away a small batch E.H. Taylor. So you sons of bitches better share to all of your friends. Because once we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, we're giving away 6 or 7 or 10, 20, 30 bottles. I don't fucking remember how.
6 bottles.
Oh, yeah, 6 bottles.
I
We'll go
actually
6.
had to go over it myself last night. It was Buffalo Trace, Baby Sazerac, Eagle Rare. Then we're doing Early Times, E.H. Taylor Small Batch, and I couldn't remember the Early Times, but there's one more.
He forgot.
Weller SR.
Yes, that one.
Weller SR. Yeah.
Which
We're starting up the raffle as soon as we had 100 people.
Yep. And we're gonna play. It's all gonna be fair. Nobody. My biggest thing is if you complain about what you get,
it's free.
You're not getting it.
Yes.
We will skip you. If you complain about getting a free bottle of Buffalo Trace, because let's be honest, that's probably the least sought after bottle we have.
Oh, actually, it's getting harder to find now. It's getting harder to find now.
Yeah, but to the rest of the lineup?
Oh, compared to the rest of the lineup.
To the rest of the lineup?
Baby Sazerac's probably easier to find.
Yeah, you're probably
go to Louisville, yeah.
Yeah, go check out Louisville. They have great cigar selection as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd buy the cigars and sit on for a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best humidor ever, but they have a good selection. Their prices are pretty decent.
I think that they're getting them like on sale auctions or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is take your time picking through it because you will literally, you will literally like look through it and then you'll go back and start at the beginning and you'll be like, I didn't see that the first time.
Have you met Rumry? Older guy?
I don't believe so.
Older guy, rides a motorcycle. He's been in a lot lately.
What's he drink?
The
Guinness guy?
Yeah. No, that's Tom Fletcher.
Oh, okay.
He normally drinks a Fairy Nectar, and he's just been opening into the world of Scotch. Introduced him into the world of Scotch, and now all of a sudden he's like, "Let me get a Scotch," and I just pour him a Scotch, and that's the way the conversation goes. Super, super nice guy. He lives probably about 20 minutes outside of town. He rides his motorcycle up and all of that. Super nice guy. He's been bringing in cigars that he gets from Louisville.
Okay.
And nice guy. Every time he comes in, he buys fucking 3 or 4 cigars.
Okay.
And then he brings these cigars from Louisville. And he was like, "Hey, can you cut one of these?" It's just one of those quick burns, throwaways, and all that. It's not something that he's gonna truly remember or cherish.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally cut one of his cigars, and I was like, "God damn, that felt wet!" Like physically felt wet.
Oh, so they're over humidified. They're not dry. They're
and
over
I was like, it was one of those. Oddly enough, one of those KFCs, one of those Kentucky Fried Cures. Yeah, I was like, God, that smells like chewing tobacco.
Those are love them or hate them cigars, and I'm on the side of hate.
Yeah. But I cut it for him. I handed it to him. I was like, God damn, that felt kind of wet. And then he was touching it, and he was like, feels wet. But we were talking about it, and he was like, no, the last batch that I had had fucking beetles crawling around in them.
Holy shit.
So I don't know if this is breaking news for that, but it was one of those things where he was like, I need to lay back for a couple weeks before I start buying some cigars there again out at Louisville. So,
well, they literally have cigars laying on the floor.
Just on the floor. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to hate I've literally found some diamonds in the rough.
And it wasn't until I went hunting for bourbon with you, and then you were like, Jesus, look at all these cigars moving around the boxes. And then you're like, fuck, every time you move a box, you find another better box.
Yeah, it's nuts. I've never met this guy, so I can't say I won't have anything bad to say about Louisville.
Go ahead and say
I
it.
actually have one thing bad to say about it. There's an older gentleman that works there, and I use gentleman very, 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 very
Because
loosely.
he's not.
You call us gentlemen, and I say you use that very loosely. My wife and I went to a wedding for some very dear friends of ours.
That was Peyton, right?
Yeah, Blazing
Yeah.
Payton.
Shout out to Blazing Peyton. Shout out
We
to
stopped
Elysium
there.
here.
We stopped there because I was like, "Hey, Louisville, let's stop there. They usually have a good selection." And I wanted to buy a couple cigars for the boys for the night. And my wife walks in, and as I'm in the humidor, like it's pretty obvious I'm fucking married. She's with me. She's got a pretty tiny rock on her hand. Like I'd probably call it a pebble.
I'm waiting for the subtitles to say she's got a pretty fat cock.
Oh shit. But she's got a little pebble on her finger, and she says, "Hey, is there a bathroom here?" And I'm in the humidor looking for sticks for people and just seeing if they had anything new, and I bought a few. But we get and she tells me that she asked him if there's a bathroom, and he says, "Yeah, if I can go with you." I've never wanted to hit a 70-year-old man in my life so bad.
So is that elder abuse, or is that just putting a motherfucker in check?
I don't know, but she's like, "I'm fucking married and my husband's gigantic and he's in your humidor right now." But she didn't tell me till actually after we left after we left the wedding and drove to Capital Cigar Lounge and had a fantastic fucking night.
I was gonna say, so she knows you, and
Yeah, she's met me once or twice.
once or twice. So maybe it has something to do with that.
I probably would have headbutted that dude into oblivion, to be honest.
Because I remember you saying, "Hey, let's take a detour into this," and for the wedding when we were going out to the wedding,
Yeah.
and I ended up like passing through, and you guys ended up stopping because Miss had to nature's call for the
She had
missus.
a potty. We bought some beer and some
Yeah.
cigars, but she didn't tell me about it. If she would have told me about it, I wouldn't have bought shit.
Probably would. Well, also at the
Wouldn't have
same
bought
time, but
shit.
the problem would have been solved right out of the goddamn gate.
Yeah, I would have probably murdered a guy.
Shout out
I
to,
wouldn't have murdered him, but it's just you just don't do that shit.
Shout out to Spot Spirits, Ken's Kegs, and Cornhusker Bottles. Your ladies are safe.
That's right. That's right. You send them to pick up a bottle of bourbon for you, they will hook you up.
That being said, I don't know where the bathrooms are in any of those three establishments.
I don't think they have.
I don't think that they do. I guarantee you that they have.
I think they're
posted on the door.
I know for a fact at Ken's Keg there's a mop sink.
Oh yeah. Oh, back where we tasted a couple samples.
Some Old Elk.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. But no,
Did
that
you?
shit's just not okay. It's not okay. I don't care where you are, who you are, how old you are, what gender you are, what color you are. It doesn't matter. You tell my wife that the only way she can use the bathroom is if she comes with you. First of all, my wife will fuck you up. She doesn't even need me.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
She'll fuck you up.
I mean, cheers. Anyways, tread carefully if the old man's at Louisville.
So, anyways, I got to go to Safari. Safari Cigars.
Oh, I heard. I had to miss out on that.
Yeah, super bummer.
I was pulling daddy duty.
Yep.
It's all good.
Nothing wrong with that. I guess strict enforcers of the cutting fee.
Really?
Like super strict enforcers.
Explain.
So as you know, you were supposed to come to the dinner. You had daddy duties. Austin, Jeff, couples ensued with myself, And then we had a table reserved for us there. Apparently, they only seat 4 around a table, and then we had to have a special table moved in or something like that.
Oh, because I was supposed to come.
Yeah, larger size table, just so enough people were able to sit around the table. They only sit 4, but uh, like the biggest guy I've ever seen in my entire life stands outside of their humidor. And I don't know if he just doesn't know people or doesn't look at people or where they're sitting, because we were sitting in a reserved spot. Like that's kind of a big deal, especially in a cigar lounge. You know, it says reserved on the table. They move a table in there, so on and so forth. Everybody walks over. They put their shit down. All of that stuff. The guy was like looking at us like we were like an abomination, because we all walked in with herfadors. We're in the industry, like rest assured.
Yeah.
You're the owner of your establishment was literally the mentor of
He mentored Tony and
Tony
Austin.
and Austin. Yes.
And
So,
he hooks us up with Davidoff.
with Davidoff, thank God. Shout out to Safari. But that being said, the biggest motherfucker I've ever seen in my entire life literally looked at us like we were fucking peons, and we just carried it in our herfadors, set them down on the table. We walked right into the humidor. Bro, I've never seen so many Davidoffs in my entire life.
Really?
Yes.
So it's worth a trip.
It is absolutely worth the trip. Absolutely. Absolutely worth the trip. I've never seen so many Davidoffs in my life.
Like, is their Davidoff selection bigger than
Our-
Capital's entire selection?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes. They have more Davidoff facings than we do actual cigars. And
I've seen them on I've seen them on the internet, and they literally look like the library of cigars.
their bar is
No,
small.
no, not bar.
No,
Library of cigars.
Yes. Now let me slide into the only negative aspect of the evening.
Okay.
Their air filtration is terrible. We had to get eye drops to get home.
Oh damn.
It was kind of rough in that sense. To whereas
So they need
we're-
they need a filtration system.
yeah, we're very spoiled as far as
Boy, are we.
our air filtration. Very spoiled. Also, they don't use double reverse osmosis for the water filtration in their humidor.
So they're just putting straight tap water.
Just tap water.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the only downside to that. Both. So I don't know if I can say this on live, but I did.
What are they gonna do? Sue us?
Yeah, I don't
We've
know.
got no money.
Yeah.
Take your split of nothing is nothing.
Rest assured.
Your split of nothing is nothing.
And then camera pans over. No, I'll take that bottle of whiskey.
Nobody knows what's over there.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was a kind of a super bummer, but also at the same time, it kind of made me feel good with what we have.
Mhm.
You know, as far as our humidor.
So, and obviously you didn't measure it out, but if you were to guess square footage or
I would say
some foot by some foot,
three times longer, just as wide. 3 times longer, probably twice as wide.
so about 40 foot deep.
Yeah, probably about.
That's fucking huge.
It is fucking huge.
That's huge.
They had
Was it full?
no. I would say
So empty shelves.
they had facings for everything.
Okay.
Every slot was kind of full. They didn't have anything back.
So I'm not trying to beat up on them about being full.
I'm not either.
It's I was just curious if they had an in with the distributors. That was it.
No.
Everybody's having a hard time with distribution.
Yep.
And cigars or Safari, sorry, has always been on it's kind of been on a list for me to go to, but I don't make it to Omaha very often.
It's a very long, weird shaped building. very long, weird shaped building.
So, what about their bar? Is it anything like Capitals?
Now, they actually have a lot of really great whiskey.
Really?
I know that we're starting to curtail our whiskey selection. I would say that theirs is currently better than ours, but
Oh, really?
ours is one of the better in Lincoln. I would say
Well,
there's probably one or two bars in Lincoln that have a better selection of whiskey.
yeah, but you're talking bars versus cigar lounges.
As
It's a different. It's a different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't.
As far
you-
as whiskey is concerned, we have the best selection in a cigar lounge
oh,
in
easily.
Lincoln. In Lincoln,
Easily.
I would say just based off the bar,
We have the
they-
best whiskey and cigar selection.
I've never seen a more crowded. Just the other night when we went over to Sideshow,
Mhm.
that's what 8 piers of our shelves look like. Theirs did.
Yeah.
To where it was just
I mean-
a crowded amount of whiskey.
And the thing is when you first open a bar, you get all these allocations. And you're like, oh damn, this is gonna be easy. I'm getting all these people in because we have these allocated whiskeys. We got the Pappies, we got the fucking Wellers, we got
Yeah.
Angels Envy Rye, we got the E.H. Taylor. And then those bottles run out. And then you try to order them. And they're like,
then
well, you haven't hit
you
your
got nothing.
quota. No. It's a grind. It's nuts. It's not fair, but these other places, they've paid their dues. They buy the non-allocated shit. They figure out a way to sell a lot of it, or
game of the system. Yep.
it's just the way it is. We have to sell X amount of Wheatley, just like every liquor store, every bar.
That being said, I came up with a way to surpass that. We could talk about
And
that
we will
after
not
that.
share.
Nope.
Anyways, we should probably wrap this up before I bring Conor McGregor up and piss Derek off. No, actually, I was kind of bummed out that Derek Lewis lost to Tai Tuivasa, the shoey.
You know,
I always like to bring MMA up because that's our favorite sport.
Derek Lewis actually went through like an extreme weight cut. I know he went through his testosterone phased, whereas he was no longer packing on the extra weight, but had the explosive energy and power, all of that. But it didn't translate as far as the amount of weight that he was putting behind the power of those punches. So, yeah.
I unfortunately I was not able to see that fight. I was actually kind of surprised that Tai Tuivasa was able to take those punches that Derek landed and ended up knocking Derek out. And then I also unfortunately did not get to see the Adesanya versus Whitaker fight, but apparently there's a lot of like speculation that Whitaker probably should have won that fight.
See, and
And you were working, weren't you?
I was working, so I didn't.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't.
neither
I didn't get
one
to
of us
watch it
saw it.
live.
So I'm waiting for it to get released on YouTube so I can actually see it. No shit on Adesanya, but Whitaker is a bad dude.
Yeah, Whitaker.
Whitaker is legitimately the
Robert Whitaker is a bad motherfucker.
Whitaker is the 185 version of Colby Covington at 171. Just can't beat the champ.
The only downside is
Nobody can beat him
the only downside
except for the champ.
the only downside is he's got father time counting against him.
Mm.
Older guy, so I would say that's the only thing counting against him.
How old's Whitaker? I really don't even know.
I think he's probably like 32. I would guess
He's
32,
right in his
33. Yeah, I know, but he's in his
He's
prime.
got about
but-
4 years. You got about 4 years.
But also at the same time, roughly said, that's kind of old for a UFC fighter.
Most of them don't get into their prime until about 29 to about 32. Yeah, so he's getting about the end.
He's getting up there, and you could say in their prime, but this is old statistics. So now we're looking at people before the game was actually formulated.
For sure.
So
for sure.
it has a lot more so to do with the fact that time is now becoming more relevant
Yeah.
than anything else.
Like I said, Robert Whitaker is
Yeah,
legitimately he's
a
the Colby
goddamn
Covington.
beast. Yes, he's a goddamn beast.
If Adesanya didn't exist and Usman didn't exist, Covington and Whitaker would be the fucking champions.
Yes, very true.
Speaking of
Very true.
Covington, him and Jorge Masvidal are coming up, and I know you don't like Covington, and you love Masvidal.
I'm a big fan of Straight Jesus. You know I am. I don't mind Colby Covington. I just don't like the persona that he puts on because it's
You're right, but it
It's-
sucks that
it's
that's
one of
what
those-
it takes to draw attention.
and you know he
you
found
can't blame the dude because it's what people are
And-
drawn to.
yeah, and he found his niche to where he was the MAGA bad guy.
Yeah.
Before he was Colby Covington, the MAGA guy, he was a very decent fighter. Somebody coming
Absolutely.
up. It didn't matter,
And
but then he blew up into
he legitimately uses pace as a weapon,
yeah. He was a
but it just sucks. Usman's got great cardio too.
yeah, no, it's the same thing with God damn it, what was the last light heavyweight fight? Francis Ngannou.
That's heavyweight, brother.
Or heavyweight fight, sorry.
Ngannou and Cyril.
Yeah, Cyril.
Well, Ngannou turns out he tore his meniscus
Yes.
or ACL or
I know, and
I'm not
that's
a fucking doctor.
now we're back. Now we're backdating how long it's been since we actually had it live. But yeah, no, it's just one of those
And,
things. To whereas
know-
that dude had all of the goddamn hope in his heart, and he was like that little Mowgli motherfucker from the Fantastic Five or whatever the fuck they called it.
Mowgli is the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
The Fantastic Five. I've heard the Fantastic Four.
No.
You're just making shit up over there.
No, it was Captain Planet Heart. that little turd.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about. But
So you know what I don't get? And it's the same thing that happened to Khabib. What's his name? Khabib's like cousin or something. He's fighting something green. It's something Nurmagomedov is fighting something green this weekend.
green at
155.
155, yeah.
Nobody wants to allow Habib 2.0 in 155 to fight anybody in the top 5
Yeah, but why?
because they know they'll lose.
But is it the draw? Like you got
He
to look at,
doesn't. He brings in a decent draw, but he doesn't bring in that much of a draw. Habib never brought in a draw.
but also at the same time, you have to look at fighters nowadays. They look at the pay-per-views because that's where they get the bonus. So they want to know,
Sure.
hey, how much money can it make on the fight? So is it really the fact that they don't want
Islam Makhachev. I'm sorry, it's Islam Makhachev.
So is it the fact that they don't want to fight Islam Makhachev, or is
They
it the
don't
fact
want to fight him, and he doesn't bring in a huge draw.
So he's got two senses of counteraction going against it.
Google he is like 29-1.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Islam Makhachev is I don't know this dude, this green guy. It's Intel because his opponent for this weekend
Is it Grene?
It might be. It's a black guy.
Black guy. Yeah.
It's a black guy.
Yeah.
So Makhachev was supposed to fight somebody else, and
Yeah.
then he got hurt or something. Whatever. I really don't even know, but it's really just on a fight pass.
Yeah.
Costs you nothing to watch it.
It just
Makhachev cannot get a pay-per-view.
it makes me wonder if it has something to do with the draw or pay-per-view buys. That's why nobody wants to fight him, or if it's also
It's the same as Hazmat Hamachev, or however you say it. Kamaz, the 170, the guy that floats between 170 and 171.
Oh, Hazmat?
Yeah, Hazmat
Hazmat,
Machayev.
yeah, Machayev. Yeah.
Between 70 and 85, he's stuck to 71.
Yeah.
Or 70. Sorry. Is it 70 or 71?
I think it's
I think it's 70.
170. Yeah, 170. It's flat rates in the UFC.
Nobody wants to fight him because he's dangerous. He's
Again,
dangerous. Anybody in the UFC can beat anybody at any given time. It takes one slip up, but everyone's like, this guy doesn't have the ratings. This guy doesn't have that. They're tearing through people.
But does it?
These guys don't get out of the first round.
I think that the UFC needs to learn a lesson as far as promotion and as far as allowing these fighters to not just destroy an entire weight division. They definitely need to look more so into allowing fighters to brand themselves and stuff like that. Like it's.
I mean, I'm going to say Dana White does a very good job of running a business.
Yeah, no, but
He's got
he's not
almost
running
6
it. He's not running it. He's just the face. Dana White doesn't run it.
You don't think so?
No, Dana White does not. Dana White sold the company 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, but he's still
He's like the spokesperson.
he still makes fights.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Everybody's contacting Dana to make the fights, but who are they actually contacting?
Dana.
It's not Dana White.
Dana was a genius and sold it.
No,
That to your right.
yeah, no, they're not contacting Dana to make the fights. They're not.
They're contacting Dana and Hunter.
Yes,
My
just
glasses are fucking me up. There we go.
no. They're basing the fights off pay-per-view buys based on ESPN.
Well,
based on
absolutely.
Disney Plus, based on
Well, the
all of
shitty
that.
thing is like, look at 155. Look at 155. Charles Oliveira doesn't want to fight Justin Gaethje. He wants
No,
to
he does
fight
not.
Connor.
Of course, do you know why? Because it's the
Because
money
there's
draw.
money.
Yeah,
But you know what? It's not a small payday to
Yeah,
fight Justin.
The person that I would choose to fight if I wanted to be the undisputed 155 champion of the world would be Justin Gaethje or Dustin Poirier.
Well, Dustin is probably never going to fight at 155
Probably
again.
not. Yeah, I would hope that he would jump up. That being said, have you seen the pictures of fucking Conor McGregor looking lately? That dude
Joe
looks
Rogan thinks he's on roids.
all of the steroids.
And it's crazy because he's still got a fucked up leg.
All of the steroids. Well, not only that, but he's got to wait what?
But-
Probably another 6 months before it's fully healed.
So my thing with Connor, and we can disagree, like for an entertainment standpoint alone, I enjoy Connor.
I do too.
I think it's fun.
I do too.
I mean,
No, I think he's hilarious.
nobody has a sharper mind than him.
Quick witted, for sure.
I would love to see Connor make a comeback.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
It's not gonna happen.
It could, but if his first fight back is against a Justin Gaethje, against a Charles Oliveira, against
It's gonna get buried.
we won't say Nate Diaz because Nate Diaz is like one fight left on his contract.
Gonna get buried.
Against a Poirier, against a Kamaru Usman. You know, honestly, the fight I would love to see Connor in.
Dustin Poirier 4.
Nope. Jorge Masvidal.
Let's say, I thought you were gonna go for a long reach as far as Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz and Dustin Poirier combined together and said they didn't want to fight him and they wanted to fight each other. It's a
Bigger money
good,
draw. Yeah.
good send off. Poirier's a draw. Nate's a draw. Fuck Connor. Neither one of them like him.
The only downside to Nate Diaz is his shelf life is.
The dude almost beat fucking
I understand that.
what's
but
his name? Edwards.
I
Leon Edwards.
Eon Edwards. Yes. No.
If he would not have showboated and attacked him in that fifth round, he
completely
would have
understand.
put him to sleep.
Completely understand. But that being said,
No,
it's
his
just-
shelf life.
it's just
N-
like
it-
it's just like
Yeah, Nate is coming up to an end, and Nick should never
I
fight
was,
again.
I was actually just going to bring up Nick Diaz. So it has a lot more so to do with that than it does anything else. Like Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz.
Where's he sitting at in your mind?
Nick, if he fights, I'll watch it, but I don't think he should fight again.
Yeah.
He had a 2-year suspension. No, 5.
Yeah, no, I think it was 5.
And he didn't fight for 2 more years after that. 7 years off. And then he fought Robbie Lawler.
That was a good fight, though. Robbie
It
Lawler.
was, but both of those guys are long in the tooth.
Yeah.
They're both long in the tooth.
It's the same thing now.
It
where
doesn't matter.
Same
They're
thing now.
both. Did we just start an MMA podcast?
No, we sure can, but it's just
Coming up next.
It's the same thing.
Oh, low battery.
To
Yeah,
where
we're good. We got 2 hours left.
yeah, same thing though. Is Conor McGregor long in the tooth?
I don't think Conor McGregor is long in the tooth. I think Conor McGregor. So Conor McGregor fought Cowboy. Everybody.
Yep.
All right. So Conor McGregor took time off. He fought Floyd Mayweather, and he took another year off. And he came back and he fought probably the most deadliest 155-pounder to ever walk the face of the fucking earth. Ever. Habib.
Yep.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he won a round.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever won a round except for Conor. Maybe Dustin.
Dustin Poirier is actually
maybe
Dustin Poirier is actually the only person that's ever won a round against
Conor
Habib.
won a round.
I don't think so.
Conor won round
Judges
1.
disagree
Agree to disagree.
again, and
Conor it went to the 3rd round.
Yeah.
And
we can
Habib,
also bring up the fact that
Habib choked out Poirier.
who
in
the
round
fuck
2.
are these judges?
No, for sure. For sure. Conor was 100% competitive in fights 2 and 3 against Poirier.
Yeah.
Poirier definitely has been more active. Definitely was the better fighter. 100% on the fight too.
Better hot sauce.
And then
You had better hot sauce too.
And then fight 3.
You try that hot sauce?
No, we needed to. We need to. After the Rebel video, we're gonna do a
Dustin
whiskey
Poirier.
no smoke. Dustin Poirier's hot sauce on some chicken wings.
Whiskey no smoke knows the smoke.
We both can smoke some meat. We're gonna do some chicken wings. Let's get Courtney involved.
That would be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, honestly, until Conor's leg was broke, until Conor's leg broke in that 3rd fight, could you pick a definitive winner?
No.
Because it was a good fight.
It was a wonderful fight.
His leg got broke.
No, and
Now you take all the antics out of what Conor said before and after the fight, like personal feelings aside.
Yeah,
I didn't like what Conor did.
Yeah,
I did not. I'm a huge Dustin fan. I'm a huge Conor fan. I wanted to see a good fight. I wanted to see a bloody war until round 5.
But that being said, who did you want to win?
Honestly, didn't care.
Oh, you just want to see an all out fucking brawl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
5-round all out brawl, just like Dustin and Max Holloway.
Oh,
that's what I wanted.
That is my favorite fight in the entire UFC.
I honestly
just
wanted,
two guys standing there.
Wanted to see a tie.
Both of them covered in the other guy's blood.
Wanted to see a tie.
Jesus Christ. That is my favorite fight in the entirety of the UFC.
Both of them.
All the way back.
Dustin
Poirier versus Max Holloway.
Or Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonnar.
Oh yeah.
The first Ultimate Fighter ever. Yes. The first time they ever gave both guys contracts.
In recent history, yeah.
In
recent history. Yeah.
I honestly did not care who won that fight.
I was waiting for stoppage.
It honestly sucks because he broke Dustin through a kick and broke his leg and
Conor.
Oh no, sorry. Conor threw a kick and broke his own leg.
Yeah.
So that's the real shitty part. It's just like Anderson Silva. against Chris Weidman too.
Yes, to whereas Anderson, the Spider-Man Silva, or
So
Spider Silva.
could you really say that Weidman was the better fighter? And the shitty thing is 4 years later, Weidman breaks his fucking leg doing the same goddamn thing.
Maybe Dustin Poirier drank a little bit more milk. Maybe that's what it was. Got milk? One of those commercials.
Maybe.
You know?
I never want to see as much as I love the bloody brawls, I never want to see somebody break their fucking shin bone.
Yeah, no, it's gross. Especially
I never want to see
anytime anybody breaks any bone.
You know what?
It makes
we can all
uncomfortable.
We can all sit here, but we do not put in the work that those guys do to fucking be fight ready.
They're basically fucking Spartans.
To be fucking fight ready, you can't do that. And I never wanted to see that. Like, no one really won or lost that fight. Like, obviously, Conor lost that fight because he broke his shit
after the fact. Yeah, but he didn't give up, and he was trying to continue on. Yeah.
So I mean, he's got all. He honestly has all the heart in the world.
I still like that Joe Rogan meme, where it's just Joe Rogan and him sitting next to the fence.
It's shitty. I mean, I don't care who wins or loses most of the time.
Unless you got a bet on a 30 rack.
Yeah. But I really don't even care then because I know I'm getting 15 of those.
It's an even trade, isn't it? Shout out to Chris Raff and AD. You owe us a 30 rack.
Well, AD got drug into this. But speaking of shout out to those guys, tune in. They don't talk about UFC fights. Maybe when they have us on the show, they will.
Maybe someday.
It's going to be a day they run out of talking to people.
So bad.
Derek's got to pee. Hey, should we just end this?
We can.
All right. I think we've been doing this long enough. So anyways, guys, remember to tune in Wednesday night, 93.7, or tune in to on Thursdays, Riffin' with Raph on Spotify. Sorry, Riffin' with Raph and AD on Spotify. They are phenomenal. They talk about all things sports. Again, this Wednesday, they're going to talk about something that I'm not going to ruin for you. They will, I forget who the first guest is, but the second guest has absolutely not shit to do with football. It has not shit to do with UNL, but it's going to be a fun podcast. And you know what? Tune into Whiskey No Smoke every time you can. Just listen to us. Shop local, Capital Cigar Lounge.
Support local.
Do not shop at Walmart.
Shout out to Spot Spirits and Waverly. Shout out to Ken's Cakes. Shout out to Corner's Bottle Shop.
And
support local.
That's a wrap.